Welcome back, everybody. All right, so you can see here that we have something simple here. Let's go and let's select Ed Select, and we'll just simply actually move this back even more. Okay, if we really wanted to, we can move this back here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hop up and I'm just going to actually go and push 7 actually. And I'm going to tab back into object mode. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in another cylinder. Maybe push 3, rotate this here, and I'm going to lock this, of course, to the X axis and type in 180 or 90, and that will, by typing in the degree angle, it will automatically turn to that angle, and by locking to an axis, will make sure it works. All right, so I'm going to go and scale this right down, and so a lot of sniper rifles actually have a whole bunch of other these little things right here, and I'm actually going to add that in right here. So this should be center. I'm just going to move this out just a bit. Okay, and actually I'm just going to move this back a little bit more like this. And by the way, you'll find out that when you do this kind of stuff here, you'll find that you end up making a lot of different changes to it. Okay, we'll go and push that here, and we'll kind of put that in there. And yeah, I think that should be good for that. We could probably even scale that down a bit. Scale it down, something a little more like that. And if we really wanted to, let's tab back into edit mode, hop into this face select, and we'll just kind of zoom into that here. Eat extrude, lock it to the Y, move it up a bit, eat extrude again, and we'll make this a little bit bigger like this. And we'll lock it to the y-axis, of course, and scale it up just a bit here. So yeah, we got this cool little thing here, and maybe move it up just a bit. Okay, this thing here, let's tab back into edit mode, select the bottom 2 faces, and just move it down just maybe a bit more. Okay, and you can see here by doing that, it changed the angle to this. So let's tab back into edit mode, select this face, and then just simply move it in way farther than it needs to go. All right, let's add in one more of these little cylinders here. And what I'll do is I will tab back into object mode, push 7, add in another cylinder, push 3, push R to rotate, lock to the x-axis and push 90. You can see it's the exact same thing. I'm just repeating it, and I'm repeating it, of course, on purpose. And scale this down to something that's bigger than this, but smaller than this. And yeah, you can see that just like this. And this will work here. And we can actually add in a whole bunch of other cool stuff within here. But I'm going to tab into object edit mode, and I'm going to move that right into here. And what we can actually do is actually I think we should just scale that down a little bit more. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and I'm going to tab in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to extrude this by locking it to the Y, of course, and extrude again. And what I'll do is I'll just extrude again, and this does have some rhyme or reason to it, by the way, and I'm going to extrude it 3 times. Okay, and then I'm going to extrude it again, of course locking it to the Y, and maybe extrude it, locking it to the Y by pushing Y, of course, and extrude it again, locking to the Y, and extrude one more time. And this definitely has some rhyme or reason to it. And then I'll extrude one last time here, something like that. Okay, so that looks kind of cool here. Now you're probably wondering why we did this. Okay, it's very simple. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to select all the middle ones in here. Okay, just by pushing shift, of course. And I'm just going to simply move it out here. And I'm going to simply move it here. And I'm just going to simply do this here. All right, now I'm just going to go and push scale. This is a cool way of actually making it work. Now you needed those other two in there because otherwise, if we didn't do that, it would affect the main shaft there. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same thing here, and I realize that it's a little time consuming, but you know, it's just kind of what you have to do. And I'm just going to select this in here. Select, there we go. And select here. Select, 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 select. Select, all right, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Now, technically, we could make it the same size, but we don't have to, actually. So I'm just going to scale it out there. It doesn't really matter what the size is, as long as it's not something super big like that. It should work. Yeah, just like that here. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this, select all of these here, and I'm going to make this slightly bigger, okay? And this is going to take a little bit of time, but that's just the way it works. And you have to select them all, because something within the back end of Blender code does say that when you select it all, you can go and modify the entire it knows when you select them all, and if you want to move this portion, you have to select all the faces here. And by the way, this is why I like low poly stuff as well, is because if you had to select higher poly stuff, it would be a little more time consuming. I'm going to go ahead and click on that too, and I'm just going to go scale it just a bit, something like that here. And you can see that that kind of overlaps, and we definitely don't want that. So I'm actually going to scale it a little bit more, something more like this here. And I'm going to move it here. And it was my intention to not have this supersede this. So you can have it if you like to, but I just wanted something more like that. Okay, and so there we go. Now we have, again, we have 1 object, 2 object, 3 object, and 4 object here. Okay, and if we look at this, it's starting to look kind of cool. Okay, now obviously we need to do a lot more work here, but that is part of it. Now this tutorial is getting a little bit long, so I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.